Hi guys, Shelli, Pelly, Annie Parker Confidential. Okay, let's be real. This is the time of year when everybody says, ooh, the holidays, everybody gains weight around the holidays. And the fact of the matter is, although eating like warm, comforting food is delicious, it doesn't always feel good afterwards. We can have delicious, comforting food and yet still not pack on the winter pounds and still stay healthy, meaning away from all of that processed crap and all of that processed food. Okay, so today I have for you super easy vegan macaroni and cheese. It is warm, it is hearty, it is comforting, and it is actually good for you. Why? Because I don't use any processed vegan crap. Just because it's vegan, people think it's healthy. That is not true. Vegan can have a lot of processed food as well. You have vegan cheeses, you have vegan cream cheeses, vegan fake meats. Those are still all very processed. Okay, starting off, I'm going to take an 8x8 baking dish and I'm just going to give it a quick spray with a little bit of coconut spray. You can use extra virgin olive oil if you want. I'll put that to the side. And I currently have boiling on my stove a 16-ounce box of whole grain penne pasta. This is not gluten-free. You can certainly use gluten-free noodles if you like. You can also use true vegan plant-based noodles if you like. I honestly have found those to be a little bit gummy and I didn't particularly care for them. I use whole grain, not whole wheat. The reason is because the whole grain actually uses the whole grain of the wheat. It is lower in calories, it has more vitamins and minerals, and it is higher in fiber. All right, be sure to generously salt your water because that is the only opportunity that you're getting to season your pasta. So I have that going away. And now let's get started on this super easy sauce. Okay, so the base of the cheese sauce is made with cashews. Now I've gone ahead and I have soaked these cashews in close to boiling water for maybe 20-25 minutes. So they're nice and soft and it makes it really easy to blend. I have my Vitamix. You can also use a high-powered blender if you like. I find that the Vitamix works best and I love my Vitamix. All right, so I'm just going to put my cashews in my Vitamix to start. I'm gonna take 1 clove of garlic. I normally would add, that's a hard piece of garlic. I normally would add about 2 cups of broccoli florets to the macaroni and cheese, but I'm making this for my dad, my Southern boy dad. When I said, Dad, do you want me to put broccoli in the macaroni and cheese? He gets this look on his face like, don't F up my macaroni and cheese. So I'm going to make just a little separate dish for Oliver with the broccoli in it. The reason that I like to add broccoli to it, for obvious reasons, I would think, is twofold. One, it bulks out the macaroni and cheese. So you're not eating as much pasta as you otherwise would because let's be honest, pasta is higher in calories. So it's filling, it's fibrous, vitamins and minerals, you're getting more vegetables. Broccoli works beautifully with macaroni and cheese, and it's always good to get your extra vegetables in. It's amazing for your skin, it's amazing for your waistline, it's amazing for your internal organs, all that good stuff. Okay, I've got 1 garlic clove that I've just minced. We're going to take about a cup of water. And then, I know I have my recipe behind here because I always forget. I always need to refer back to it. A 1/3 teaspoon of turmeric. And turmeric adds a little extra flavor to it, but it also gives it that really nice, beautiful, orangey color that we want because we eat with our eyes first, right? So I'm doing 3/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric. Now you guys be really careful with turmeric because I will tell you, turmeric flipping stains. It makes everything yellow, so be really careful with it and it's kind of hard to get out. I learned that the hard way. You know I'm not a chef, I'm a home cook, so I've had many a mistake. All right, turmeric, a little bit of cayenne pepper. Now I didn't have cayenne around the house, so I'm using some red pepper chili flakes and that's fine. Depending on how spicy you like it, I'm gonna use about 1/2 a teaspoon. Now that will probably make it decently spicy, but my dad's from Louisiana and he likes spicy. He calls Tabasco Louisiana ketchup. He's like, Shelli Marie, where's my Louisiana ketchup? So that's why I'm making it extra spicy. We're going to use a teaspoon of mustard. I like Dijon mustard because I just like the flavor of it. You can also use a stone ground mustard, whatever you like, or just really honestly whatever you have around the house. And I start with a teaspoon, and then you're going to check this and season it a little more to taste depending on what you like. So there's the mustard, the turmeric, and then the coup d'etat is our nutritional yeast. Now, nutritional yeast is huge in the vegan culture because it really acts as kind of that cheesy, unctuous flavor that you miss sometimes when you go vegan. So nutritional yeast is imperative. It also has a good amount of protein in it. It's got 3 grams of protein per 1 tablespoon. So we're using about a third of a cup, which is about 4, 5, maybe 5.5, don't quote me on it, but about 5.5 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. So we're getting about 15 grams of protein, but more than that, it's just nutritional yeast is good for you. All right, so we're gonna put that in a third of a cup. I think I'm gonna do just a little more because I like being cheesy. All right, there we go. And then last but not least, we're going to do about 3 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I have to measure this out. You know, I have my lemon juice cubes that I make. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to check the seasoning when I'm done. Let's give this a whir. Where is my top? Okay. Give this a quick whir. I have to do this backwards. This is how they do it on the Food Network. Not plugged in. Okay, here we go. That's it. Now you guys, this does not freeze well. So you kind of have to eat it all. Let me take. It needs more nutritional yeast. More along the lines of a half a cup in. So we'll do that. It needs a little salt, maybe half a teaspoon, and I will put the recipe for this in the video description so that you can have it. I'm going to add a little more cayenne because I know my dad's going to say it's not spicy enough. And since I like garlic, I'm going to add 1 more clove of garlic. Now, the nice thing about this recipe is you can really do it to taste. In terms of what you top this with, you know, you're the boss of you. You can top it with breadcrumbs if you want. Again, I like to keep it pretty figure friendly. And the way that I do that is by adding a good amount of broccoli. And then I just kind of steer clear of the breadcrumbs. But what I will do is sprinkle raw sunflower seeds when I serve it. So for each serving, I'll sprinkle maybe a teaspoon of sunflower seeds. And that does a couple things. It gives it that textural difference that we like. It gives it a little bit of crunch. And of course, sunflower seeds, especially if they're just raw, like I'm going to do, are good for you. So there you go. All right, now let's just give it 1 more quick whir and that should be good. Here we go. Let's give it a taste. Delicious. That is perfect. Okay, let me grab my macaroni and we'll put it together. Okay, so here are my noodles. I'm just gonna make a little bit of this because I think I miscalculated the size of my bowl. So this will be the one with the broccoli because I want you to see it. So this will be for Oliver. He'll eat broccoli. He likes his greens. I raised him well. 2 cups of the broccoli. And you guys, this was frozen broccoli. I always keep bags of frozen broccoli in the refrigerator just because they're easy. So this was just frozen broccoli that I just ran a little warm water over so it's all defrosted. A little bit of my sauce on top so you can see this. Doesn't that look good? I love this. I'm a firm believer in that it doesn't have to be either or. It doesn't have to be we either have delicious, amazing, comforting foods that we love and we just say F it on the health and the nutrition and our waistline, or we eat like rabbits. It doesn't have to be that way. There are way too many good recipes out there. There are way too many good vegan foods and ingredients. There's no excuse for it. Okay, this is Oliver's. This has the nice broccoli in it. And this is just going to be his own personal dish. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna pop it into the oven at 350, honestly, because it's been sitting here for a little while. And I'm just gonna warm it up. It'll take maybe 20, 25 minutes. If you really want to, yes, you could sprinkle some vegan cheese on it. Or the other option that I like, there is a vegan Parmesan recipe. It's very simple. I will put the recipe below. It's just macadamia nuts, some garlic, a little salt, and nutritional yeast. You give it a whir and it makes it nice and crumbly, and you sprinkle it on top. That is another good option. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna put this in for Oliver. And now this is for my dad. My dad's like a 12-year-old boy, seriously. No vegetables in my macaroni and cheese. He and my mom have been married for 55 years. I mean, honestly, like they're the best parents you could ever ask for. And I'm really lucky because they live just down the street from us. And my sister, Vicky, who is only 18 months younger than I am, lives just half a mile the other way. So we're all in like a triangle. So it's kind of nice. We spend a lot of time together, and my mom and my sister and I all love to cook. We were brought up with my mom baking with us. My dad was in the military, so he was out to sea a lot. So it was a lot of times just us girls, as my mom would say. So I grew up in, an all-girl household. It was me, my mom, my sister, and I. My mom learned to be very independent very early. And we would bake and cook. We had a room and board house when we were younger. So my sister and I learned to clean rooms and learn how to make hospital corners, because we would go up every Monday and help my mom clean all the rooms in the board and room house. And my mom would make breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 boarders 6 days a week, and raise my sister and I. So yeah, that's pretty much where I learned how to cook. So there's for my dad, and then we just put it in the baking dish, guys. I love this because it satisfies that I want pasta and I want macaroni and cheese, but it's healthy and you feel good afterwards. You don't feel like, oh my God, like that dairy is just gonna kill me. Dairy just sucks for your skin. It sucks for your body. It really does. And if you wonder why it's promoted so much, follow the money. I'm just telling you, meat and dairy. Next time you watch TV, take note of all the food commercials and tally up how many of the food commercials have meat, cheese, or both, or are just filled with processed crap, like candies, cookies, all the things that they sell to kids that are supposed to be for for a healthy breakfast. Follow the money. I'm just saying, but I digress. All right, so there we go. And I'm just going to stick it in the oven, heat it on up, and then we're gonna eat. Okay, you guys, here we are. I think I need to take a little bite just to make sure that it's okay for you guys. I'll put the link for the recipe below, and you can easily make this tonight. That's so good. I know it's good, it's just tough on my mouthful. You guys, honestly, this totally hits the spot. It's warm, it's hearty, it's cheesy in a good way. I love it with the broccoli florets. It gives it another dimension of flavor and another dimension of texture, and the sunflower seeds just add the perfect amount of nuttiness and crunch. Okay, for all things wellness, beauty, fitness, style, and healthy living, subscribe to my channel, visit me on the blog, AnnieParkerConfidential.com, and I'll see you on the blog.